Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, let me pull up these slides. Okay, I'm just about to. Oh, Hajar, do you want to share the share screen abilities with me?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you.
We can just wait for another 2 minutes for everyone to join.
Yeah, that sounds good. I think I should have put some cheesy music on.
I don't think anyone wants to hear that.
Oh, come on. The hallway music, you know?
Or elevator music.
Elevator music, exactly. Okay. And I'm just going to record the call, this session, so that we can share it with people who weren't able to attend. And it looks like I'm having trouble sharing my screen. Do you think you could give maybe Jaren the opportunity to do that? Would that be all right, Jaren?
Yes. That's
Okay,
right.
cool. Cool.
Great.
I know we have to be using like sign language with everything. Oh, I just saw Vincent. Or I see him 2 times, actually. Hi, Vincent.
Is that a different person?
Hi.
Is it the same person?
Morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
There's 2 of you.
2 of me.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Right.
that's another person. Who's that?
Maybe.
Oh, there we go. Oh. Okay. If there's any trouble with the screen sharing, I can try to figure it out on my end too.
I'm just pulling the slides up.
Okay, great. Oh my gosh. So many Zoom difficulties. I love it.
Yeah. No, no.
Beautiful. Yeah, we can. Beautiful. And then do you want to go to view and then present? Oh, present, exactly. So we don't give the whole thing away so fast. Oh, and by the way, for everyone who's on here, we're going to be, in addition to recording this session, we're going to be sharing the slides with everyone who attended as well. Okay. So maybe let's wait for another minute or so. Beautiful. Thanks so much for doing that, Jaren.
No problem.
Okay, let's get started. So my name is Lucky. I am currently the president of International Business Society. And we're just going to go around and introduce ourselves, just the leadership team. So I'll hand it over to Hajar.
Hi, everybody. My name is Hajar Sirtu, and I'm the co-vice president of IBS this semester. So nice to meet you all, and so excited to have this webinar. Next, maybe Jaren can go next.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jaren. I'm also Vice President for International Business Society. Excited for our webinar and to hear your questions. Let's see, maybe Mimi could go.
Hi all, my name is Miani, but you can call me Mimi. I'm the Assistant Event Director for the International Business Society, and nice to meet you all.
Hi, my name is Joy, and I'm the Marketing Director for IBS, and it's nice to meet you all.
Great. And so, by the way, if there's any questions throughout the webinar, please feel free to ask. You can put them in the chat, or you could also add a reaction, and then, let's see. Is that right? You could
I think just putting them in the chat is good.
Yeah, in the chat is probably the best idea. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So in this webinar, in just this workshop, we're going to be sharing ideas and resources. So hopefully you can walk away or log out of Zoom with an idea of how these tools can help you in just creating good habits and keeping up a good lifestyle while learning remotely, and then also, you know, finding confidence in improving just your own habits. And this is where you can increase your energy throughout the day. And yeah, that's about it. Oh, Jen, we can't hear you.
Sorry, I was muted. I didn't know I was muted.
There we go.
So here you see on the screen we have our value chart, but we are mainly focusing on self-care. Also, you can say personal health. So I would say self-care is taking actions to support your well-being or your overall happiness, and it is a great investment for your mental and physical health. For example, you can have a hobby. It's something that makes you really excited. Like, for example, like me, I like to play piano, kind of like relaxes my mind and kind of makes me tune like everything else I have going on. So something that just makes you feel more at peace with yourself. Another way you can do that is keeping track of your personal finances. That is also a way of help as well. Keeping track of how many times you're going to Pete's or Starbucks every day, keeping track of how many times you're spending on clothes or going out to eat, or whether buying groceries, whatever your personal finances look like. And there's also some good budgeting tools. I know they have a couple apps that you can use. They let you track down your expenses, and also investing apps that kind of turn your spending into investments as well. So in order to do this, you can take actionable steps towards self-care and your aspirations in general by making SMART goals, by which we'll be going over later on. But SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound.
Cool. So like we said, we're just talking about tips for remote working and learning, because we know a lot of you guys are, you know, a lot of students at SS State are, they have a lot of responsibilities. So they're either working part-time, full-time, or have kids. There's a lot of different things that we juggle. So hopefully this can resonate with everyone on some sort of level, you know, even if you find something that might not really touch to your experience of what you're going through right now. Hopefully you can contribute your habits and your own tips that help you on a day-to-day. Yeah. Cool.
So everyone has different ways to stay productive, and we're all motivated by different things. That being said, I wanted to jumpstart a conversation on productivity and self-care by asking you two questions. what do you do to stay productive? And what self-care habits help with your mental health? Feel free to just chime in or type in your answers in the group chat. Anyone have anything to share?
Anybody would like to share some of their tips that helps them stay on top of their mental health and anything? Maybe Vincent can give us some tips he uses while he's in the US.
For me, what self-care habit? Mental health. To finish. Excuse me. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we can hear you.
What self-care habits help with mental health? For me, I'm always do the fitness to help my mental health, and
Nice.
hiking. Yes.
Oh, hiking is nice.
Yeah,
It's a
hiking.
great way to energize yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of energy, Lucky will be going over an energy audit forum with you guys.
Oh yeah, definitely. But before I do that, I wanted to actually share. Jaren, is it okay if I say yours?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I really like what Jaren does. She was saying that, once a week she herself, right? So she, goes out and gets her nails done or buys something that she really likes, like a good meal at least or something like that. And I really like that. I think I want to use that in my everyday.
Nice.
And then I see somebody said in the chat, ice heart. Okay. That I like to map out my days and know exactly what I have to do, which lessons to do, which lessens the stress that I have with so much going on. Yeah, definitely. I think like planning the day before it happens, like, before you go to bed, maybe not right before you go to bed, but at least having some idea of what you're going to do and what your routine is going to look like for the next day. I totally agree with that. It's like peace of mind.
Even in the morning, it's just nice to know what's going to be happening that day.
Yeah, totally.
I
What
agree.
about?
I feel like I get more stuff done. I'm like, okay, I gotta do 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm like, okay, here, 10 minutes or an hour, whatever.
Right.
I feel more like productive doing it.
Yeah, totally.
That's interesting because that's one of the tips we're going to talk about.
And then
seems like a lot of people are doing it.
Right. Miani, do you want to share yours also that we were just talking about?
I use like digital planning. I always like map out like everything I have to do for the day. And in terms of like something I do every day is I try to stay active, like take about an hour or two of the day to work out. And I always like to make sure like I'm eating good and well.
That's great. And how do you schedule your day usually? You said you use like a digital tool?
Yeah, so I just like have the app on my iPad and I kind of just like my own weekly schedule. So on Mondays usually I take like about an hour to kind of write everything I need to do for the week. Mm-hmm. So I kind of know like, oh, this week is going to be kind of busy. So this week I should like pay extra attention to myself.
Yeah, that's great. Cool. Okay, so I think, Jaren, do you want to press on the form, the energy audit form on this slide? And could you actually copy that link and put it in the chat for us? if you can. If it's too much like to share, I understand. And do that. Okay, beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, so this form that just got put in the chat. So let's work on this for like 5 minutes and go through it on your own. So what you can do is actually go to File and then press Make a Copy so that we can all have like our own individual. Exactly. Yeah, just like Jaren's showing. And then we can just go through the form. And I'm assuming everyone has a Gmail. I know that's kind of like a bad assumption, but if you don't, let me know. Or if you don't, maybe just if you write it, you can write it down. Write down your results, and then we'll just go through it. And this is about just every day how you're spending your energy. So then we can calculate it at the end. Based off of each category: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. Okay, so I'll set a timer for like 5 minutes and we'll see how much we can do within that time.
I'm gonna start my screen share so I can fill out my.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, we have like halfway through. Oh my God, I felt that. Okay, under a minute left. Okay. That's the time. Cool. So let's see. Okay, actually, Jaren, would you mind, so I'm putting you on the spot, would you mind sharing yours?
Yeah, no.
Sorry.
$1
Let's see how stressed Jaren is. No, I'm just joking. I'm joking. My bad. Just because I want to show everyone how to calculate it. Okay, so we have an 8. That's really good, actually. That's amazing. So if there's another tab. Can you scroll down a little bit? Is that possible? It kind of cuts off the end, but if you see under the add 1000, oh no, it's still not
Are you
there.
looking for the key?
I'm looking for the key, exactly.
It's right there next to worksheet.
Okay,
The bottom. Go all the way.
there we go. So Jaren's at 8, which is placed where at? Moderate energy deficit. Yeah. So that's pretty great. That's good, you know. I don't know if did anyone get below 5 by any chance?
Teach me your ways.
I know. Let's know the secret. Okay, I guess you wouldn't be here if you were below a 5. I don't know if that's actually possible to really be like that energized. But oh wait, sorry. I'll stop talking. Is someone below 5?
No, I got 9.
You got a 9, Vincent?
9. Yes.
Okay, that's great. So we don't all have to share our numbers or anything, but I'm just wondering about below 5 because that's pretty, it's pretty impressive, I think. But yeah, so this is something to consider. I actually borrowed this off of a Google. The Google had like this sort of workshop where they had something similar to what we're having right now. What happened, Hajar?
I'm just talking to someone else. No worries.
Okay.
Don't worry about me.
Hajar's over here cracking up. So I actually brought from Google, and I thought it was really helpful. Just something to keep in mind, you know, about like every day, and this can change. You know, sometimes like I did mine based off of a bad, like last week was a really hard week for me. I just had a lot going on. So, you know, every week we're not going to be on it 100% and like being able to have all the time to do what we want. But these are just things hopefully that you can, you know, keep in the back of your mind or consider for yourself because they're important to keep us just sane. You know, we don't want to be like in overdrive stress. But yeah, does anyone want to share maybe more about their results or anything that this kind of brought up?
I was laughing because this is my first time doing it, and I got a 14. I think that says a lot. Maybe it's the Virgo in me, but it's okay.
Oh my God, we're almost the same. I got a 13.
Uh-oh.
I'm right behind you.
Okay. I'm not alone. That's good. That's funny.
Cool. Okay, well,
Oh,
that's
somebody
that.
got a 15.
What?
Isis. And Antonia got a 14.
Oh, you got
Oh,
it. Oh,
quarantine is getting
man.
the best of us, everyone.
15.
Darn.
Okay. I bet Hajar like lied on one and she almost had a 15. No, I'm just
You would. Jerry said we're all having an energy crisis here. We are. It's okay though. That's
Yeah,
why we're
man.
here.
That
We're
is
here
why
for
we're
each
here.
other.
Cool. Cute.
Awesome.
Okay. To the next.
Okay, so I'm just going to talk about after that, crisis. I'm going to talk about some tips to improve the time management and just productivity in general. I mean, since well, we experimented with I found very useful in getting things done and staying on track. So here are some tips that we are going to share with you guys. One of them is organize a must-to-do list each day. We talked about this, and I think Mimi mentioned that she does this every morning. So what I do each morning, I like to start the day by creating a list of like 3 or 4 important things that I must get done that day. So much of our time right now and work is taken by school and work, like answering emails, getting assignments done, participating in meetings. So if you don't watch it, of course, you can spend your whole day just maintaining your work equilibrium instead of getting ahead of it. So I find that a short list of what I must get done every day is essential. Once I complete the list, it has an added benefit, of course, of boosting my own sense of productivity and accomplishment, because we don't have the same visual cues right now of entering and exiting a classroom anymore and seeing our classmates across campus and in the quad and going to the library, seeing everyone working. That gives you a lot of energy to actually work and get things done, but we don't have that anymore, unfortunately. So I can sometimes feel like I toiled away for 8 hours and have nothing to show for it. I mean, I'm still right here with my laptop where I was this morning. And yeah, an active checklist reassures me that I finished significant work, and I feel like I would definitely recommend using it for this coming semester too, since it's gonna be online. So yeah, the next thing is do the most important thing first and in the morning. So, for example, if you have a reading to do and you just want to get that done, I usually, and I'm just sharing what works for me here. I usually get that done first in the morning because I don't want to be thinking about it all day long instead of doing other things. Other thing is when you hit a wall, take a walk. And most people shared this. Many people go on walks, on hikes, whenever possible. So this is a part of staying healthy while learning or working remotely. Taking a walk is one of my favorite ways to re-engage and to refocus my brain in the middle of a long work day. And actually, one of my friends is here is a participant, and he knows I always like to go on walks and ask him to go on walks, but yeah. Anyway, so compared to sitting, actually, I found this study from Stanford that said that any form of walking could increase creative thinking by about 60%. And surely you've heard the bad news correlating more time sitting, which shortens lifespans. So I'm not trying to scare any of you, but these data points are very important. If you could take 15 minutes to do something that benefits both your brain and your body, why wouldn't you? And I often find myself hitting an early afternoon mental wall, as all of us do. I mean, we're all college students and we're very busy. Some of us work as well, so that puts a toll on us, which is a signal to me that I need like a little walk or some vitamin D, which helps with concentration as well. So you can even multitask. I sometimes like watch some of my lectures while walking, or listen to some relevant podcasts while walking as well. So there are different things anybody can adapt to stay active instead of just sitting down all day and staying in the same environment all day. The third thing is make a schedule that's realistic but not idealistic, because we're not perfect. I mean, the thing is, we know that. Wouldn't it be great to wake up every day at 5 a.m., run 10 miles, make breakfast and brew coffee and start work at 8 o'clock on the dot? I know some people do it, but not me. I mean, I don't think most of us do that. I'm more of like just an average morning person. And I don't prefer to wake up before it's necessary. I'm sure most people share that with me. But that said, I'm pretty sure that every article ever about working from home advises adherence to a daily schedule. Yes, it's really important to have one when you don't have to go to campus, but the best schedule is the one that helps you be your best, most productive self, while also being realistic. So figure out what rituals make you feel your best, which we will talk about next, and build in time for them, but don't commit yourself to something that feels reaching. You'll just give up and feel down in the dumps. Your schedule should also include what time you stop working each day. And I feel like most of us as students, we don't have that end of day time anymore since we don't go to campus, and I found that interesting. So we'll be working until 1 a.m. with no problem, but it's good to have a stop. So yeah, next is have your feel-good ritual ready. As Jaren talked about, she plays piano, and that helps her with her energy and mindfulness. So what daily or weekly practice or ritual makes you feel good about yourself, like ready to take on the day or prepared to tackle a big problem or conversation? Even though they're not directly school related, I have a feeling that these rituals also make you more productive. It could be anything from like going to the gym, playing piano, as Jaren said, listening to like a playlist, switching to a different work environment, going working on the park. So when you work from home, small feelings of discouragement or hurdles can sometimes drag you down even deeper because you lack the energy of a classroom to remind you that everything's okay and people around you, and most of us are feeling antisocial these days, but yeah. So a few self-friendly rituals will pull you up and get you on productive ground. I have rituals that serve as different mental signals to me. For example, when you finish this workout, it's time to tackle the most difficult project of the day. If you're a high performing individual and you meet all your deadlines, don't feel bad about taking a mental health break. You'll be more productive if you take a few minutes than if you strain. And remember that your fellow classmates are taking breaks too. So don't feel bad about taking a break. So next, Lucky's gonna talk about some of his tips that work for him.
Yeah, just adding on to what Hajar's saying, Hajar was saying about not sitting down for too long and just staying active and kind of getting up. You know, our bodies are actually really easy for our bodies to get really restless if we're sitting for too long. So if you do have to knock out a bunch of work, then here's like one technique that you can use. There's the Pomodoro method. I don't know if anyone's heard of that, but there's different apps that can help you with it. You can also just set a timer on your phone for 25 minutes. So you can even set a goal for those 25 minutes and say, okay, I'm gonna knock out this assignment and I'm gonna get some research done for this other class assignment. And then after that 5 minutes, you have to get up, and it's just 5 minutes. You just have 5 minutes, and at least if you need more, that's also fine. And then you can, get some food or go for a walk to the bathroom, walk to the kitchen, you know what I mean? And then go back for 25 minutes. And doing like 4 rounds of that, 30 minutes each, you probably are more, at least I found for myself, I've been more effective at actually getting things done. And like, I have a goal of what I want to do within this time. So that's really great. Just try it out, see if it helps. And then also scheduling time for doing things for yourself. I think we have all these Zoom meetings where we have to meet and be online and looking at a screen for so long. I mean, it's kind of crazy. You kind of think that hopefully, this is like an hour-long webinar, but being on the screen for this long, and I'm sure you have a class after this, it's a lot of time to just be like sitting down looking at a screen. So the good part is you can turn off your camera, do some push-ups, and pay attention again and no one's looking, but yeah, so making time to just do what gives you energy is the point of that. Cool.
Yes, I want to go next. It's okay?
Yeah, Vincent, please.
Yes. Here's my way to improve the time management. So we are living in the 21st century, which means it's the high technologies eras. So for me, my life is all monitored by the apps. I can show you. I can put all my other things on the apps, and then the phones will alarm me to do that.
Yeah.
Even though my health, the watch can monitor my health. So it is the easy way to improve your time management if you use your apps. Yes.
That's a great tip. Do you want to actually type the apps that you use into the chat?
Oh yeah, sure. No problem.
That'd be great. So yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, go, Jaren.
I was gonna say I love the Nike running app.
Hey.
And I think Nike, like their other app, I think it's called Training Club. I think all you have to do is make an account. Their premium workout free. So, because I think it used to be like a yearly subscription, but I think it's free for now ever since COVID.
Oh, that's great.
So definitely check that out.
Pro tip. Cool. Okay, so on to the next.
I was just wondering if anybody wants to share some other tip that they find useful that we didn't mention, maybe. No? Okay.
So as you progress with good self-care, you should be able to feel an improvement with your overall being. And so Lucky is going to share what SMART goals are and how you can use them.
Cool. Thanks, Miani. Yeah, so and thanks, Vincent, for adding more to the chat. So with SMART goals, kind of going off of the Pomodoro method, of just kind of clear goals that you want to achieve within a certain time period. So we can go to the first one for S. So the goal should be specific. So what exactly is it that you want to achieve? There, you could have a big goal, for example, like this is how I overwhelm myself. My goal would, I could say, oh, um, I want to, bulk up and get muscle, right? That's like one of my goals. Oh God, I'm getting red. Um, but yeah, yeah, like that's what I want to do, right? But it's such a broad, it's so vague, it's so overwhelming to like, okay, I have to reach this goal to gain muscle. I want to get more fit. What does that even like look like, and how can I make that happen, right? It's a little overwhelming just to hear that. So it's maybe something more specific, break it down and be like, okay, I want to gain weight. Okay, and then we can get even more narrow to the M, to measurable. So establish a clear definition to help measure it if you, for reaching your goal. So I want to gain 2 pounds. Okay, let's get even more specific. Attainable. What steps can you take to reach your goal? Outline the exact steps to accomplish the goal. So I want to gain 2 pounds by eating healthier. So eating more in different meals. And so therefore, I'm going to track out my meals, not be so specific because I don't like to get all specific like that, like how many calories and everything. But I'll say, okay, I have to have a balanced meal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I need more protein and I need more fresh vegetables for dinner and lunch. And I'm going to do that. And then R, relevant. How will meeting this goal help you? Does the goal relate to the mission? So relevant is also like more, it's also can be realistic. So some say, so this is like a framework that is found in businesses a lot, we have to raise sales by 10% by this date. So is this goal for yourself, is it realistic and is it relevant? Does it actually make sense for the resources that you have available to you? So yeah, I could say, all right, I can gain two pounds. Let's go to time, to T, to time bound. Um, I probably couldn't gain 2 pounds within this week, but I could gain 2 pounds maybe in a month and a half, or maybe in 1 month, depending on if I continue, with increasing my intake of good foods for meals and with working out. So there we go. I have one specific goal of eating healthier foods every so often. And this goal is going to last for like a month and a half. Okay, and that's one thing, right? Of course, there's going to be several other SMART goals within gaining weight and like getting fit and getting muscle, but that's one of them that's specific, it's attainable, it's something that can be achieved and checked off. And like Miani said, progress equals happiness. So of course, that's simplifying it. There's a lot of things that bring you happiness, but it's something that you can control. You have the power to work towards something and to achieve that. And then once you're able to achieve it and check off that specific goal that you have, then you'll see the benefit. And of course, it's going to be hard, like in the moment. You're going to be like, no, I'll just skip this meal, or no, I have too much going on right now, so I can't be cooking all this food right now. But we have to be like easy on ourselves. That's a whole other thing I could get into. But yeah, I hope that makes sense. Are there any questions on SMART goals? And this is also something you might have seen before. No? Okay. There's one more thing on this slide, actually. Yeah, the PDF. the habit tracker. So, we're going to share the slides with everyone at the end of this. This is for a specific goal. So like say you have a specific goal, we'll use the one of like eating more in lunch and dinner to gain 2 pounds in a month and a half. So that'll be like one habit on the top line. And then for a month, we can see, okay, how much am I sticking to this habit or to this goal every day? And I can check it off and it kind of track my progress. So this is a tool, hopefully that could be useful for your own goals or your own habits. And it could also just be something really simple. It could just be like, okay, I woke up and I don't know, Hajar, do you have one? Like a small habit.
Just maybe what I do in the morning is I drink my coffee outside. I try to do that every day, and I feel like that helps a lot with just like starting with a fresh like breath of air in the morning. It helps throughout the day. So just like a habit that makes you feel like you're starting a fresh, nice day.
Yeah, totally. So if that's something that you like really want to make sure that you have the time to do, then that would be something you would add to the list and just be like, okay, how long was I able to maintain this habit?
I suggest take a shower at the morning. Yeah, that's my
forget
habit.
that.
That's good. That's so true. It's like feeling like cold water on your face too, and it really refreshes you, wakes you up, and getting dressed because like Hajar said, we're not going to school, we're not really going out, depending on your circumstances, if you're working or whatnot. But it's easy for us to just be like, all right, I'm getting out of bed, I'm going to class on my computer instead of like having some sort of routine. So yeah, totally. Okay, so we have only 10 minutes left, so we're gonna try to I think we only have a few more slides. But I'll talk a little bit more about mental health and physical health. So mindfulness, I know it's probably like a big term and you've probably heard it so many times, but I linked some helpful just like meditation videos on there, and hopefully those would be really great to listen to. Jaren, you don't have to worry about clicking on it, but those are really great. Just taking a second out for yourself if you're feeling overwhelmed, really just sitting down for like 3 minutes and just gathering your thoughts, or even just zoning everything out and just focusing on your breathing and what's around you and the sounds that you hear can really make a big difference to just ground you in the moment and not get overwhelmed by all your responsibilities and everything. And then, as we've said, going for walks and making sure that you're staying active every day. Okay. Cool. Hajar, do you want to talk about technology?
Yes. So since we're at home and we cannot have access to the resources we have on campus, like the library and all other stuff, some things we have to think about is our bodies in a home setting. One very important thing is ergonomics. So if you have the means to invest in ergonomic like keyboard or mouse, or maybe have a better chair to sit at, or like a standing desk, it helps with making your life easier, first of all, and not having to worry about back pain at 24 years old. And so that's just something you can think about. There are a lot of brands that are not as expensive as ergonomics sound like, but you could definitely look at that. I personally have an ergonomic keyboard that helped a lot with my back pain. So I definitely recommend it. And also how to look good on Zoom. As Lucky said, we typically have very early morning classes, and we don't have to worry about being on camera anymore and being seen anymore. But it helps with just being productive during the Zoom and having your keeping yourself accountable to participate in classes. Limiting time spent on social media, news, and email. I have TikTok. I say that, but I deleted it last week because I was addicted. Also, library. What are you gonna say, Lucky?
No, I'm just
Okay.
I want you to know that I feel you on that.
Yeah. And so, yeah, the library has a laptop loan program for people who would want a different laptop or just need a new laptop. They also have free Adobe Cloud for signing documents if you need editing for a PDF and other stuff. Free Microsoft software, Office 360. And as well as a Zoom account for SFSU students. You can have a membership for free with your SFSU email. And so you can just log in with your SFSU email. I'm sure a lot of people know that. As well as academic tutoring, so CAPS and LAC. We can also just email that with the slides. So tutoring helps a lot, especially with writing and researching and other stuff. Jaren, can you go next?
Oh, can I add something really quick?
Yeah.
So I'm adding to the chat. This is more about ergonomics. So just for making sure your wrists are okay. You know, sometimes I find mine are really like sore from working on a computer after a long time. So UC Berkeley has something really good for that. And then with Zoom, you can make meetings that are longer than 45 minutes if you need to with the student count, just to fill in. Cool.
So yeah, some outside resources. We're planning on making a whole list of this, right, Lucky? Right, Lucky? Yeah. So, but some of the ones that stand out for us is the Google Grow platform, where they have many courses and certifications you can have to improve your resume and add to your resume. Especially now, we have a lot of free time since we don't have, especially for commuters, we have extra free time. And so yeah, maybe add that to your goals list, just to have something other than just your campus curriculum and extracurriculars. As well, we also have the Salesforce Trailhead. If any one of you know this, but Salesforce started Trailhead for the same thing as Google, and they have certifications for developers, for administrators, for consultants, and you can start up your career with Salesforce through that. They have a very nice website. I definitely recommend that. They have badges that you can add to your LinkedIn, your resume, and it definitely gives you an advantage when talking about employment and interviews and working in tech and startups and such. So also Spotify, Bank of America student debit, Discover Student Credit Card, which we always recommend. So everyone has a credit after they graduate. We need to all build a credit. Also, cheap textbooks. We're going to post these links in the email. The other SFSU resource we definitely recommend is Gator Experience. I'm sure some of you found this webinar through there, and they also have tons of other virtual events. The Career Services also has some events pretty much every week regarding resume tips and interviews and companies and other stuff. Yeah.
So always remember to be kind to yourselves. One way I know I'm doing this is to listen to my body. For example, I think most of us tend to overlook sleep. Usually when I wake up tired, it's most likely because I didn't sleep enough. And also, like, never try to skip meals. I think listening to your body is really important so that you can be the best of yourself.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Oh.
Thanks so much, Manny. Yeah, that's great. So yeah, be nice on yourselves, because we're all going through a lot right now, and we have a lot more like triggers and stresses. So that's really important, to take care of ourselves, and that's what this is all about. So if you want to stay connected with us, please check us out. Check our website out, our Instagram. We have a Discord group also where we message, share more resources like this. And if you have any questions, please make sure to email us at this ibispresident@sfsu@gmail.com. And if you haven't already, please join by adding your name to the member list. Cool, so that's about it. We made it within an hour. Are there any questions or anything to add at all?
When is our next meeting? And the topic is what?
That's a good question. We're gonna have a meeting again next week at the same time, 1 to 2. And the topic right now, I don't think we have anything decided, but we might actually try to get the academic, the librarian to come in and kind of give us a tutorial on just doing research for our international business courses. So that's definitely something we want to try to make happen. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Cool. Well, thank you guys so much. We really appreciate you taking the time out today. I know you have a lot going on. I'm sure you have class like right now. So thanks so much. And we hope to see you around soon.
Yeah, definitely join our Discord. We have a lot of fun conversations over there.
Yeah.
Can you provide the link for the Discord?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's in the slides. So I'm gonna email that out to everyone who is here today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
Thank
Yeah.
you,
Bye.
everyone. Have a great
Thank
day
you,
and
everyone.
have a good weekend. And go on a
Bye.
walk. Bye.
Yes.
Stay.
I know. Stay.
I was waiting for everyone. I was like, stay.
Hell yes. Okay, that was so much, you guys. I'm so sorry.
No, why?
Because I just feel like it was so rushed. It was so much last minute. I'm just like,
I think it was very informative, though. I think it was just enough for now.
Yeah, I feel like I learned something too.
Yeah.
thank God. I hope
You guys
so.
are great on the timing too.
Let's go, guys. Yes!
Round of applause for ourselves.
Round of applause. Yeah, I hope everyone learned something. I should have ask. Maybe should we make a survey? I'll just be like, did you
I'm
learn
sending
something?
a survey after this.
Thank you. And just say, like, did you learn something? Yes, no.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. Cool. So good job, everyone.
Awesome.
There's like a lot, I wanted to talk about in the agenda, but we've been sitting for too long. So do your thing. Have a good day. Have a good week too. I'll be messaging you guys all about little things for us to do like throughout the week. Nothing major, but yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
All right, bye guys.
Bye. Have a good day.
See you.